I designed some plants for my project Druwides. And you might be wondering, why did I do that? Like, why plants? Are those important for a whole world building project? In my opinion, they are very important. I feel that with smaller elements like these, you can add something that really personalizes your environment designs and make it immediately clear that this project is not set in our world, is set in a fantasy place. And so there will be these like alien-like and different looking plants from the ones that we are used to. It's also like a nice break in between bigger themes to work on small elements and self-closed designs like these plants or the coins that I did in the past. I find it really enjoyable to work on smaller projects like these. To keep things even more casual and fun, I decided to work on these using my iPad on Procreate. So I could basically sketch these in the evening while on the sofa and watching TV. The whole process was very casual. I didn't even look up many references like I usually do, and just went with some sketches from imagination. Whenever I start working on something new, I usually grab a round brush and start sketching. I feel that it's what comes more natural to me rather than starting with the colors and painting. But whenever I feel a little bit more confident, I will also jump on some painting and have fun with the colors and try to work on the general shapes of whatever I'm designing. I then felt the need to change my process a little bit, so I started with some silhouettes, some very flat basic shapes, and trying to get a hang of what I liked and what I wanted to do with these designs. Starting right away with silhouettes is not something that I often do. I usually do it for more organic elements like these, and also like after having sketched for a while, so it's not something that I instinctively do as a first thing in my process. It usually comes later, and I use the silhouettes then to create a clipping mask layer and have fun with the colors, because at that point I already have the shapes that I like, so I can concentrate on the actual colors and then adding the smaller details. So I feel that it was really fun working this way for these plants, and in fact I ended up enjoying really much the designs that I did starting from the silhouettes, the shapes, rather than the ones that I did starting with the sketch. For these plants in particular, I immediately knew that I wanted to choose some really vibrant colors, and especially I want them to glow. Something similar to bioluminescence, but in this case is caused by magic energy, as these plants were probably influenced by the magic flow that is present in Druwides. And while working on these ones, I didn't have like a set color palette that I wanted to use. I just went with the flow. I knew that I wanted to use both natural looking colors and some more like unnatural and more like fantasy ones. So I just went with whatever I felt it was working. And really the key here for me was to really have fun. And as I said before, I did this on my iPad because it was a sort of extra project to work on in the evening, so I wanted to keep it really chill, really relaxed, and just concentrate on the joy of brushstrokes and painting and adding colors. colors to these plants. While designing these, I'm also thinking about their role, like their uses in the world of Druides. And I immediately thought that probably some of these could be either used for medicine or rituals. Maybe even like some of the humans will be able to use some of these plants for creating some remedies and potions, let's say. This is just to give them a little bit more like extra reason to exist in the world of Druides. I feel that some of these could even be poisonous, so actually very dangerous to people and maybe even animals. It would be very interesting to analyze the different uses that maybe like druids and humans make of the same plant. That will be another good topic to delve into in the future. Also, fun fact, I actually don't have any plants in my house because the mere presence of my persona will kill them. So hey, at least these fantasy plants will not die. So these are the only plants that I can keep. So, you know, yeah, that's another reason why to draw plants if you're not... if you don't have like a green thumb. So yeah, here's another free tip for you. And there you have the final plant designs. I've added a little bit more color dodge and a few more shadows using Photoshop, and if you look them up close, they are not really refined, but that is okay because these are just some quick designs, and I feel that even if they're not super precise, they're still very effective in communicating what they are. So that's the important thing for me. If I ever wanted to go back and do a bespoke concept, I will probably choose a couple of these and really add those minute details and all the shadow and the light just to make them look really realistic. But for my goal with these, I am really happy with the result. I hope you liked this short and sweet video. I really enjoyed working on these plants, and as you know, I enjoy working on big themes but also like smaller elements of Druides like these, so you can definitely expect more of these shorter videos. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment if you want, and subscribe to my channel so I can keep making more videos and keep working on my project Druides. I also live stream twice per week, every week, here on YouTube and on Twitch, so you can join me live while I'm working on my project. If you want to support my project even further, I have now super thanks and memberships active on my channel, so have a look at those. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.